I know a lot of people have been speaking up about this, but I don't think people really understand just how much we've missed the mark as a society that claims to be all about freedom when the people who are meant to uphold those freedoms are actually actively and intentionally stripping people of them just for their own joy, just for their own blatant lack of awareness or lack of empathy or giving a fuck. I've had too many experiences with people in power and even officers who simply didn't care about anything aside from the fact that they were able to get like maybe another number on their books. I don't know what was going through their mind. But when officers start to care more about getting people on technicalities than anybody that's actually harming somebody or anybody that's actually a danger to themselves or a potential danger or a threat to in any capacity, when it gets to the point where officers are just trying to look for things on technicalities, I think we've missed the fucking mark. Laws don't equate to morality, and laws are always changing because of the fact that we don't always understand the full context and scope of things as we're interacting with them. So anybody who says that just because a cop did something based off of the law or a judge made a decision based off of the law doesn't mean that it's right, because those laws change all the time. At some point in Germany, the Holocaust was fucking legal. So I mean, as far as what laws are, they're simply made by another human being that was in a position of authority. There is no inherent morality, right or wrongness to them. Now, the attempt and the intentions behind them are to then uphold that. But when it gets to the point in which there's no room for context, no room for any discernment, no room for any kind of being able to assess a situation past just looking at what this says in the law, and now you're now taxing somebody or trying to then criminalize somebody or dehumanize somebody just because of the fact that you have the power to do such within technicalities. That's not what the law is meant to be. I shouldn't be afraid to leave my house at night and go to the gas station because I've done nothing wrong, because I'm afraid that there's going to be some cop that has some advanced level of knowledge of the law that wants to just fuck me over and put me in fucking jail. I shouldn't have to live in fear because there's somebody who thinks that, getting an award for arresting people is something that's actually a good thing. Like, where do we get to a point in society where we think it's a great thing that we're able to deprive people of their freedoms versus trying to, if there is anything wrong to be corrected, correcting it? Where did the times come where we're actually trying to resolve these issues? We're actually trying to advance as a society. Because I don't think the jail system as it is doing much as far as like rehabilitating anybody who's done any crimes. Much less there being certain areas that, especially the area that I live in, the area that I live in is like so wildly peaceful and so calm, much less there just being a higher level of arrest rate. But then in that exact same breath, no more violent crimes, no more violence, no more examples of there being harm done to individuals that would then warrant these arrests. I shouldn't have to be in fear to simply be human and driving because, oh, there's something in the law that a cop knows that is such a technicality that didn't impact or affect not even the cop themselves. It didn't even impact any atom of existence aside from this person's ego who wanted to have a power trip and then from that point decide they wanted to fuck somebody's life over. That's not how that's not what America was built to be. And if you think that that is considered to be freedom, and if me stating that we shouldn't live in a fucking world where we're being this scrutinized is being a rebel, then I think we've gone so far off the marker of what basic human decency is, and it's scary. It's genuinely fucking scary. If you really think that people deserve to be in jails off of technicalities versus actual weight of their actions, then I don't know what to tell you, but I don't think that you have the moral compass that you so seek to embody. And I really think that justice isn't justice at this point. I don't think justice is actually doing anything to anybody. When there are more people being harmed by the justice system than actually receiving justice by it, then who is the justice actually for? The ego of the cops who are enacting these heinous acts and who are acting or acting in this way? Like, to who is justice actually being served? What's the point of you being in a position of authority if all you're going to do is abuse it? Like, how does that benefit society? How are you any better than any thug, any fucking violent criminal out there? You're a fucking violent criminal with a badge at that point. That's all you are. You're a bully with a badge. And your abuse of power is so much more dangerous than most things that most humans will ever fucking do. You are the actual threat to society. Not half the humans that you insist are of threats because of technicalities that you decided to go out your ass to find out. Like, that's not That's not what this country is meant to be.